The Frontline with Kwekwanan, only on CTV. The Frontline with Kwekwanan, only on CTV. The Frontline with Kwekwanan, only on CTV. The Frontline with Kwekwanan, only on CTV.
Tonight on the Frontline, as we continue our special focus on Ghana, Nigeria, rising tide, we would be joined by a man who has never shied away from challenging the political status quo. He is a Ghanaian entrepreneur, governance reform advocate, and independent presidential aspirant who has consistently called for a new political direction built on integrity, innovation, and inclusion. As Ghana, Nigeria navigates complex political and economic challenges, we sit down with him to explore his vision for a stronger, more self-reliant West Africa and what the rising tide of civic awakening means for the future of both nations. I am Kweku Anan, and of course, I welcome all viewers here in Ghana and around the world to, of course, the weekend Frontline. Tonight, we're coming to you live from the very HQ here in the studios of CTV. Dozens already picking the feed. We start with the very dial in Sunyane on 88.1 FM, and I mean Sunyane FM has just connected. Then we would be joined GOB broadcasting on modernghana.com and tuning. Still on GOB. They are lifting it on www.gobtv.tv plus Apple Music. The information super dial tonight is being lifted on all the apps. I'm not quite sure my CTV is up, but the Frontline Ghana, of course, is lifting it up. Let's see. I'm sure my CTV GH is on board tonight. So, what you are, CTV GH live tonight. So those of you who have missed that link tonight, you are on board my CTV GH plus the Frontline Ghana respectively. So what it means is that both links are at work. But then what you have to do for yourself, more particularly or especially those of you who love to watch on our social media, the YouTube, subscribe to both my CTV GH and the Frontline Ghana. The Frontline. So subscribe to both channels. If this one is down, this one is on. This is what we do here. We operate on two channels, and I'm sure both channels are quite synonymous with you tonight. Of course, many of you also, hundreds and thousands, watching on your television at home. But if your television, you know what, jump quickly. If you have GoTV, go on the check GoTV channel 21. I'm quite sure channel 21 on GoTV. You'll be cool to go with CTV television. Folks, tonight, across these 16 regional capitals, we are flying all the beginning from Upper East, West, Northern region, and of course, Ashanti region capital, Kumasi, has just lifted up. Eastern region, Brong-Ahafo are all on the feed, plus the nation's capital, Accra. Volta region has just lifted it up all the way to Central region, Western region, plus the 6 regional capitals. This is the weekend Frontline with Kweku Anan, an entire crew tonight. We are lifting it up across every corner, plus the diasporans also joining the feed. Hundreds and thousands of our brothers and sisters also join the feed tonight with this very special edition coming to you tonight. I am to have exclusive one-on-one with this politician who tonight is to us it were to tell us his side of this very rising tide between Ghana and Nigeria. It's a complex situation politically, and of course how these two countries will navigate, in between this complex situation, courtesy the ECOWAS, whatever, ECOWAS protocols, ECOWAS treaty, what not and what not. Folks, this politician, of course, many of you know, he is an entrepreneur and also a serious political advocate in many, policy-driven programs and other stuff. He believes that, hey, as a nation, we need to do things this way. As a third world country, gradually we are building and we are, as it were, trying to power-driven economy. These are some of the policy programs we need to build and navigate so we can succeed to our destination. But you know what? This is a nation where oftentimes persons of his sort will speak and will not listen, except to go the direction they want to go, which ends us nowhere but the same square one. We come back with taxi, we come back with taxi. They will not listen to such persons. And tonight, my guest would be Kofi Koranteng. Kofi Koranteng was a contestant in the 2024 elections. I'm quite sure you know, yeah? And Kofi Koranteng is an entrepreneur, does so many things. Kofi is well versed in the Ghanaian politics and he's also gearing up to lead this country one day. Now, tonight, he says, Kweku, I want to take a bite. I really want to take a bite in this very issue that has been on the burner for quite some time, as far as Ghana-Nigeria crisis are concerned, and many other things Kofi would want to speak on. Tonight, he is my guest, still on the bill. The Frontline upcoming biggest expose next year will give you a bit of it and what is going on. Folks, it's a packed show this weekend. You call a friend, call a brother, call a sister. Who do you know here in Ghana and out there? Together we'll sit here, we talk. Okay. So, you definitely have to stay glued to your set. If you are watching me, on your television, stay put. If you're on the social, ladder, the Facebook, YouTube, be there. But then you call a friend, call a brother, because something interesting is coming tonight. Yesterday, the finance minister, Ato Forson, read the budget. Are you cool with that? Hey, Keynes, you have to change the format too. What am I having there? Okay. Okay. Tell him to get it down well, I beg. Yes, yesterday, the Minister of Finance, Ato Forson, read the budget. What do you make of it? I believe that it was okay. Yeah. Prince Daniel, power to the people. Okay? From the Lekususu and Lekusu yard, I believe you are doing well. Yes. So, guys, something interesting is coming tonight. Just stay glued to your set. It's a weekend, and oftentimes the weekend we do it like a lifestyle. Okay. Before we enter into all of that, let me call on the attention of the Adenta police. If somebody by any means have access to the Adenta police command, please tell the Adenta police people they should lend me their ears here tonight. Adenta police, if somebody knows them, any officer at Adenta, particularly maybe their commanders, tell them they should tune in here. They should spare me a bit of their time tonight. Folks, something interesting tonight for you. Let's get started. brepa wo minyana December no aso na bibia ne yeko na ye but me pese me ye ne sisi our producer can I God and you know ebusun anadwi agro a ye bedi wa na emu ode ye madam for no kana so say de we emu ode agro ne yede me ni owura Kofi Koranteng munim no Kofi Koranteng a contested on Ghana's political seat so oba bedi o man yenim severally many Kofi ba bedi nkomo e na Kofi Koranteng ne ye ebeka Ghana ne Nigeria apre na ekoso a emu nsem basa afi ye boye homodne se ebeye kra na Ghana mpenifo hey pano twa no bia ye ho free ECOWAS nim na asem bia mfa na asem nko ni na no mpenifo bi so ehwe afi omu se no asem bebi ekoi no ye na sese ye de ya no eto asemi mu bi Kofi Koranteng ye ni paketo asa he's an entrepreneur, a political activist, advocate in many social policy, build-ups. When you be na, see a more quine, ma wamutimi, edi wamano to your policies are ebe bois on my dache. Now so mokasa been informing pese ebefa. And a journey ebidim komo. Ewo Ghana ni Nigeria apre na. Yesum bear bosume ko enumwa ye nya into wa ye de yedi kwa kuwie afeno me akwa ba beto aso Kofi Koranteng ne mebedi nkomo ebiom next year expose na no be din wasofo akese no efri soro eba fom na brabafo akohwifo na adafo entrofo sikapefo ahopefo boni omudi na dawson na me makacho say wo mo say your mind no omo ye na no video no te enipa mienu ka ho ne ye say your mind say media me the media na ka ho media the fourth estate of the realm ye part of the destruction of this nation the media ye part of this yes me media ni free me media ne ka ho di bonedodo yeah media. The media in Ghana, hey, I'm scared of them. Very scared of the media. Share, Jai, media no. And I be this uncommon na, okay? Nanina na yedi atoto. Kofi din semi be group no so about Ghana, Nigeria, Ntokwano, or sudne de babe toho. Until all say in some spread across the political system no. NDC and MPP pen on person come and to almost woman in the omoye. Timesraw anadwi hyene me bi nso why me won krebi ese me de ma adenta police unim adenta police commanders na catchom say CTV investigative journalist kwekwanan ese asembi wo ho mo nche amaso a adenta police ti ye ba be shase but before me rem no ma me mamo sa birthday we happy birthday to on that screen is pretty enough. Yes, Josephine Amanimo, CEO of Adepa Foods. God richly bless you and make you great. Enjoy your day to the fullest from Irabna. I wish it the sweet lady Josephine Amanimo. On one CEO Emma Adepa. Na sa enchie mu odine efri irama ho irabna say ama wa free shadawe onyame mpagya onya okese bibre na on shouting so na oma bibia wo ye bia no so enkoyie oso pe wasem ye papa bibia wo ye bia no so entimi enyina kama ntino channel so eye ewura abna enede sa amane boy odeba se yemfa ema kama folks afi yemhwe dwumede no nti said maka no yen hye no so na anadwi ye ba bedi nkomo sharp yenua Kofi Koranteng will join us on the show na wonso a wo fie wo amanone wonso fa WhatsApp message Febra 020-297-3461 020-297-3461 making kind message at the amount why a weekend frontline. By the way, Enra Minister of Finance Ato Forsen every budget no is saying Niama Kosema. We okay? By the way, when was the last time you kind budget? Our Ghana ha ubia asumadreno. Ne ya to say oh okay yes. Dabea. Ebiesi pen with the menkai da ye ready budget ubia say oh you okay nam na say for. So okay menkai. But what I do know is say ade ba ko government we waya me bona baso pa ye is about the fact say government wait me I'm maintaining a certain pressure there. So pressure ama the city continue to appreciate the very foreign currency called dollar no ye didi grano within your bon home modern papa I see a bo abano and some emano for 1 year down the line sustaining the foreign currency no I find say city ne be appreciating no and you duma kese the government no so abon home modern and I think say as I say ye na no ye den ye hwe from all those angles. By the way, mo hwe en wo the Frontline Ghana sanction no so say my CTVGH link no so ye de abeto my CTVGH ni na no aba to betimi aba be hwe e wo my CTVGH na bibia ye kama e de amount why folks my from the weekend the Frontline Ghana Speaks proudly brought to you by biogas expert for Kojo Awono and any busuafo ne dom me ka ho bie ene ye hwe aye ne se nsusuimu holiday ya ye betimi aboa aye niam mienu miense bi e de amawa didi kan no eye Ghana water for ema ye guso te se ensase ene kwaye nsuo eta ho no a Ghana water for ne pump mine no wo muguso eye announcement e brikitu ebi o wo mejai nsuo eye pump ma for me ye no wo masem ne yetia wakune sabenso yetia kire se MPP ene NDC for wo masem water bodies ni na enti nsuo eye pump de abama ye nya bie edware ne yanom no just a matter of that could now better say bam Ghana water equipments now have been shut down. I know say the Ghana water for you major man and until a yen ye de show near bone kai say nti say be ya enchema yemrembe tu bohole bi ofie bohole na ye betu no ye hia asase yantam bia de ayo ye ba ofie ho a tie ofie ho ye hear a small portion of land like this. Fanese from near ye hear baby say mensa say. So sa asase we kitwa bi wo fie ho. Ne adrele ho akwa asase no the deaf. Ne yetu ho kopeta mensuo beba. Eno an ye nya nsuo wi a we wi. Nti ye hear asase yantam bia da bi. Ena ye ye wo ho no. Wo machine na adrele ko from wo no. Wo hwe a ene mensa we be epe. Nti yetu ho no wi a eno ano no na fi ya ye septic tank ese na ya pumping nsuo ne koguma ma na o yusu we na migusu a me bo wonka yo se mesrew hweniye esense ebesi dakope ti so wifo a waba Ghana water for gusu boy nka ye nsuo ni na asai o parties ni mienu MPP ni NDC boni wo mutrim wo mu ye sunufo wo mu ye wudifo wo mu ye efense amamoyefo wo ma sai nsuo no nti media mesrew se nchama ye ntubi wo fie ho ne enfema wate eno no me case no ma ye ntubi nsuo a obetimi ama widen waton ama nipa bi nso enye bidia de ompese omde ye ni titru kra no ebia na wo site bia wo ye adwuma bi wo site a ye hia nsuo e de aye adwuma nti fa ne se tanker no e kokotwe nsuo brew every morning bia na afternoon na evening no se ye boho no wo ho a ne aye tank kase esi ho ama eno ane se wo draw nsuo no wo tank nim na wo de ewe adwuma particularly se mo amutwa blocks ana mo amwo mo site mo ye adwuma wo site ho e tu boho ho a ye wi a se nsuo no anso afebo you still stand the chance of gaining lose here ebeboa papa ma boho no a ye tuo no aboa wo dache abrochirefo a mo gya nipa bi wo fie ha mo hwɛ so mo bɛyɛ nneɔma nkoyie ene wei ene sen ha efahene esene nsɛm cho kotu boho wo ho efema wom na boho no wono mo enton nsuo no wo mo ton a mfaso bebre wo betimi de esiesie fie ye de bia hwɛ fie e de bia tua school fees aye nneɛma bebre mani na na enye we hia sɛm e better chance wo de beto car e de amom na ade achi bia na pa police age car pa police age me license ye koto short ye koto we de bia ne asɛm a car ba ko ye de emane o e wa brochi memo ene da ono mesraw ene free wa afi ade bi nso aba make say a special technology ye de aba wo e ye kwan a ye si dan ni wi a ye si esiesie dan nim ene ne ye frɛ no deben state of tiles na kane no ye maneko bia Turkey ana Italy ne akofa tiles ne diaba ye de ba bedru no ne containers be dodo na apapai sisi an ye technology ne wa ha as our technology we ye state of the art tiles ne the amount so easy very beautiful and on ya start no obi de ne ye no state of the art tiles ye be yama fefefe o ye wo living room ye wo bedroom and all the rooms fefefe very neat neat pa afi ye wi e be ba wo compound na ye mu different ye ba wo compound so a ne aba be hwe tiles ben and a compound no e betimi aboane ye tiles ne bi wo compound wo kama ene ye de amount show afi ye wi a de ye ne se ye betimi enso ahwe se for industrial purpose no mo run supermarket mo nso mo run retails companies ne me ade anampo se mo run fuel stations se mo fuel stations bi a mo run a ese e be ye task e wo special one kama bi e de mamo e be boa obebre task we ye yema wa ne se ade bi enu e betimi apem so e be pai e mo odini yi afihwe corporate organizations, banks, corporate bodies, schools, churches, and sorry no, lekusu for and send a lekusu for muna afiko ne we mo person sisi ho ema asofi ho ye kama aso dem won ye ba ye be totals bi kama osofo no se oyo osofo a oye sa nkrache semi a ne aye osofo yi kama ni din your software in the image fine near that ye nice very nice just a nyoma ye dey no beautiful granite ye dey no fefe or software image e da ho na bia na atro de abo leku su o ti ase se open so na yetimi atro so leku susu na ebo ho fefe o mama ge ese wa be ka family no ho leku su na leku susu me can also want to say you are part of the family tebe boate taas ni bi na wo hwe no hwe dem ho wo hwe hanama beka se Vatican taas ni ya ne fefefe sa no obi dem we betime ya saw them ya ne fefefe very nice efe eni je samba kono se taas we se yema wa ye betinya a clear paint ne free so na the next in yasan ye another paint amount yes ye to 2000 ye ya ye ntutu wo ya afebo untimi ntutu biom ba ye betinya sesa kala ne the amount and you are cool to go shenon so na fa ho gimwate na yemra ne yemeye sabria make say bia na wo hwe mo amano ne enti obeka ne say enti dia na obe numbers in the good screen so na I friend numbers no ntunim se wo hwe mo phone so a fa wo phone no fa ko enim say na screenshot it who screenshot wa no we keep in number somewhere and also say wo hwe me wo television so a fa wo phone no ko TV nanim say na screenshot number no na save it to baby dia obe frɛ Kojo awo no e was 0546 0546 205377 0546 205377 and as 055 589 3001 055 589 3001 so no now no meeting come on so wo frena onsa nka wo mo a dia wo be ne say send WhatsApp message amount because numbers in now WhatsApp so to the and say a WhatsApp message bodin baby a wo free fee na kira de kwa wo pese o mo yema Kojo ene ne dom ne ba wo mbeti no ma return o call what share no so na ebebo kama up next the politics of today night. The Frontline would be joined by Mr. Kofi Koranteng, an entrepreneur, reform advocate, and a politician who would add his voice to the ongoing conversation, the rising tide between Ghana and Nigeria. We would explore his perspectives on the growing tensions, the lessons for regional cooperation, and most importantly, the roadmap he envisions for Ghana to navigate and escape the storm toward stability and renewal. Enche yene ura Kofi Koranteng betachi base edi nkomo ni ahwem de ono so de ba be ka ho into kwakese a eda yenim pa o Ghana ne Nigeria eda yenim a yeguso a ye kosa into kwai nti channel so but before no me kono me ka kire mo say Adenta police mene commander ne mpinifo ho nkomo bidi minim commander owo Adenta police but there is one officer there SM Boldin because case Chief Inspector Kweno owo Adenta police case bia ba wonsem a sa case no wo magye free wonsem e de ama another officer we so on handle case ni minim say nti omogye minim kwa na for now I'll keep news on it. This case involved two young ladies. I will not mention their name, but I'm saying say case no na ewo Chief Inspector Kwenu ensem by yaji case na free Kwenu ensem according crofobia ensem and there manipulation Rasibia Ekoso Ewo Adenta police. I am saying and I repeat, the case involved two young ladies reside within the Adenta municipality. Case Nabamoho. And there is some form of conspiracy ground hatching be. Call it conspiracy, call it whatever. But this is how I'm going to put it. I am only cautioning the police officers in Adenta to be careful. Particularly, the very officer, crime officer, and then the commander in charge. Be very careful. I am sitting here at CTV and I am cautioning Adenta police. Be very careful of this very case. You know what is going on, and munim sentia moya den moya case nisa. I'm aware of every bit and pieces of the case. One thing about our police service, sometimes moya man ye maybe uma enkoye no me dwen wa akwaku mintiase o hwe ye de mra e de amam. You know why? Let me tell you. Police, you have to understand one thing. You are not more special and better than any Ghanaian. All of us can wear that same uniform. But eyana etise yentiche yemu kwekwana kwotena ha na kansem chechensemu suade na be Ghanafo wait to say na Ghanafo nsuamfa ntu yetrim. Police ya mrani ye mrani wie no de mrano amount yes also je mrano na fetnet ni nipa tie kasa make trem some of you the police officers ye de mrano hye won sa ye wia na ya pam uniform e de amount ya ma bibia na yes wo ye de mrano hye won sa se be ya oman no obia mfa emran hye nim se no wonya de open wo ne edi wesi wo se je mrano hwema atentini ni bi enkoso between nipa and tem. But some of our police officers sometimes behave, say, they were the framers of the law. They were the makers of the law. They have the right to use the law to ambush, to threaten, to disturb, and to do anything they love. Some of you, the police officers, and be careful. Mr. Chief Inspector Kwenu, I have called you several times and you are refusing to answer. If somebody knows, now I'm taking the message to you from this channel. I will call you again. Pick it. I am looking for the commander in charge. But then I've also reported your conduct. That Delta Police reported your conduct at the apex of the leadership of the police service. Be careful. I told my commander, said, I want to keep mute, but I won't keep mute. But when they fuck with my mama, be very careful about the case involved the two ladies. And mutna case no so Delta Police or true or false mutna so. I was monitoring the meeting whilst you people were sitting there, and I know whatever went on there. I'm an investigative journalist. Let me tell you people, okay? Diamu munyai. I'm a CEO of a private investigative company. I work for companies here in Ghana and outside there. I have links with top investigative bodies around the world. Diamuya wa Ghana no, move some of the police officers. Diamuya wa Ghana no, be very careful the way you discharge some of this irresponsible behavior which goes against the image of the police. And for now, the image of the police is on the brighter side of. I don't want to come at the police for whatever reason. No. Now, so the Amote Adenta wa Moyano, we are monitoring the situation closely. If any officer in that Adenta office, you want to make any conspiracy, I can assure you what will happen. Our Adenta police. I have all of your pictures. Make anybody try any conspiracy. Our Adenta on. You know the case. I'm not sounding any kind of, but I was inside your room monitoring whatever was going on, and that for me was very most regrettable and very unfortunate. Especially the crime officer in the case snatcher ones up. You're careful. You're very careful. That uniform belongs to you. The uniform is the property of the Republic of Ghana. Do not try anything silly. So what the Russia will say, no one frustrated people and try to make sure you want to crunch somebody's what fundamental rights are down there. You dare not try it. Discipline yourself as an officer of the law. Folks, but before we join our guests, let's take a moment to peruse some sights and sounds from the Frontline's upcoming expose in the body of Christ, titled The Workers of Iniquities. It is a bold and thought-provoking investigation that seeks to awaken the conscience of Ghanaians toward the essence, faith, and responsibility in our nation's spiritual journey. Expose e beyin ti bam. Kepao. Expose ni be mani musu next year. There's a good reason you didn't your man kwem. Na no obi akotro e wo papa bi Facebook. Say yen ye the expose no e de be leon crofo. Mi kweku akona mete me akona. Me. You are sick in your mind. Sana first expose. Womudi be ye dede sa be keka nkwasi asam ni Jimmy free stock. Yeah, expose. Near that, guys, make the montage ready. Yeah, Nyoma, at their church, the Nipa, many patri, free, and Nyoma and Sam Fatanon. Obit was all, Kwekwana Kwajiji Sikawa, so for no and expose one yet. Meanwhile, Namatra television station net, I expose you to the core, including say at a point, the bigger side of the expose is what happened. No beef is a quick one. Says there will be the reason. Every Ghanaian now understands why the rest of the expose in Amba. Why? Because a drum pempenso a so conode or Jimmy vote. So here I saw me now so I then at the account. Maybe what is some corporate member of parliament is MB? What it? You see. Many of you don't know why we do what we do. That's why in Tia Kweku, say be a met me jam and so. Nama come a boswasem, name make it the system must get it right. Let the nation get it out right no. Nebema semekwa ko she baby anami kodi amanyo ko bi etia. Mentimi enkan sembia ebema oman edi ye oman kanko akoye nti pamno twa no. Mo NDC semo mo MPP semo pamno twa no kwankyere so do mo foma de enko. Oh yes. So wonni mo America kyerɛ kwegwanan enye se ye ntimi o ye betimi pa why no ne de ochi for wasempa kwa no why not? No, I can tell you there has been so many opportunities within the political of it, many, but sometimes sit down. Regrettable enough, you can forsake all of these goodies, whatnot, and then what do you say for the very purpose of a nation? Because check, how many journalists do you know? Mika say in the era of MPP, woman kojiji post. In the era of NDC, woman kuta post. Post no mukuta. Bisa woman say woman tima ba keka nsema na omukeka na anu ni biom. Woman timi. It is one against such principles. Any emu bi ye de ye ne simwa. Okay? Me regret that, and I will never ever regret of what we did 5 years ago. I was in so because and then we are aware my sofa ni bebre woman to ma confess it. They've confessed. One among them, Obinim, Kwado Obinon confessing Jamu. Say yes, that way on the whole na and tro. Hey, yow, there was a video bia Obinim na oh yeah, you have that video there. Oh, me de maunania. What I say, and then me bat mamu. Can you imagine? Na asofo bebrea, mo lady nipa ko nyame fie no, there be mo senya enu adwuma na mo beye. Na can you imagine say your politicians way edwo ye ne woman de how and you may be more ye see a penny at the buyer so. You can say, she won't see and no quiet and our tapping. And so what in crying here into whom the danger, but the danger they are bringing it to your doorstep. Why? Because the water is contaminated. All the food, bancho, fruito, tomatoes, so they ni na cyanide, ni na mercury. Into their trankra, now you are drinking, oh dear. Unya men, you can say, brain, ana ahafo. Tensiona air sell on here, one encounter, but what drinking your juma. And we are not only the free bar. Into the town easily go ho, alcohol, town cantonment, town labonim, town washi, town blekuma, town whatever, nedidi, nashadia. Now be who cancer, but dorim war memoir, who is on a yaren war. The disease has engulfed all of us. This is what your politicians are doing to you. And on top of this, your Shania salvage system no. Na asofo and na dafo, a cromfo, a widifo, and na brabafo, and pro no musu do mo de abeka. So the common denominator in this very saga way eye menu mienu. And we say yanka yanuntum. Like seriously. Na ye na mo tiniti your politicians na sente na obeku yo musu no yenye. Bonia show mama. Into my make be njao. We the more sophobia. Also the sika koma kweku anana. We waste time. Go. Bra ko GBC ho na GBC is the biggest. Go to GBC. Koya announcement to ho. Sophobia. But we so sophobia the sika. Into me be me Masa, menya wintwini sa. But I swear God, I don't. My spirit resonates with the brighter side of life. We are politicians, we don't want to convince him when he may be without me, my conviction. How? We don't envy their SCVs, no more cars, no matter to no. So mu yeni nana ayem kwaje am. But your mu yeni nano is at the exploitation, at the disaster. Maybe some way 4 or 5 years ago, me say about 20% of our young women in this nation. And your man me mu shadow so. Aware ansha munye bi nware. Ejuma ansha munye bi nyo. Awo ansha munye bi no mawo. Nyoma miense we I stated on the radio, on the television, and I still stand by it. So when concerning them, all the charismatic churches, because Ohana born anyone more. Nakoshe, it is not, unequivocation said. Any good sorry, women and young women at the age of 20 and above are in their dominance in the majority. No one will be who bonia as often did some of these young women. Look, I have things to say. I've investigated a story of young women, their womb, for what? Ritual, for whatever it is, on open with him, using their wombs. Some of your men of God have turned some of these women into what? Into sex pools. When I saw them on a woman who had done a sex pool, in almost say my way. Now my one be bringing a choir do on no fasten or no da or no year denino. Of their what? Occultic sacrifices to their demonic world that they don't know. And who concern more? Oh, and my go was safer. Mafrede Champo, now me do Kofi. One of the things this man did was to subject a woman of about 60 plus. Meanwhile, not Mafrede Champo or you and 9 the firstborn a computer science. This is a businesswoman who controls what? One of the biggest events, a coastal in Ashanti region. What to me, Leo, my minute to the extent that now you come as this is my Fede Champion. What to me, Leo, Mammy, we are to the point. He said, I feel Mammy for plane you call London, or some call London. Mammy to a ticket to the man, and what they call London. And unknown to this woman, my Fede Champion was plotting to sleep with this woman. That was the ulterior motive. Eventually, whether the woman knowingly or unknowingly, finally, it was at Mafrede Champion's birthday here in Accra. And Mafrede Champion Yama, I mean, who crying, or in the Kodai, or in the guest house, or him from McCarthy Hill. Who is the media grown? Somebody Mafrede Champ, Konako Bisano. Yeah, very evil man of God. Mafrede Champion. Now, guess what? Mafrede Champion could sleep with this woman at the time if you're young on any da anyhow. And according to the woman's narrative, guys, or to me the damas have been previous to the extent say Uncle yes one fan one asia or say and Nadia me person me blow jaw. Ghana for me so be any blow jaw and me man. Blow jaw no de man no. Blow jaw no and who why ya ma wo hwe be ma nim said no ho tie and blow joy na bema so ye de mi ntimi hu me ka tell ma me so on describe na me hade so gogua na nenimu hu pa na blow john ma mi ye na ho ba na ye so kwatam ni e wo so no na adi titi la utum say we drew the apex of the highest realm. Hey, na kwe hu ba o that's a trata. What? Party ni. Mama no ba afi de o ka kire mama say hey me moja nso fom. si mi moja ensofom moja ne ensofom what you say I didn't feel ni mu na eba no or say mi moja ensofom. So what do you think this 60 plus mami what would she do so minutes I didn't go yem yeah and to what Bobby fan no Bobby fan say. And the most regrettable part now, she will tell you infection upon infections. Come for Anoche hospital, they told her everything. Did we see her for this? Gauge the space. Also for me so. There's a top man of God. Well, meme her and that's wrong. Eradi is also committed suicide. Hey, who committed suicide? Into the mountain. You did it. You said they are unim dia ko but me can ko say na me beka to me say what kwasori bia for 2 years. Na de ko ma o de course asoro no. Unye hu sa adekuni ni so a ja asoro ne ko. It's not a place for you. Tonight, how the expose will go. Mamini ya hu foni bi nchirao. This is how the Frontline expose. Your title what? The workers of iniquity is coming next year, very sharp, and it's going to be hot. Take a lesson. This is how the Frontline expose. Your title what? The workers of iniquity.
They call themselves as the holy men of God.
And it's going to be hot. Take a lesson.
But beneath them lies darkness, evil, and wickedness. But now they've reached the breaking point, as a work of the Frontline has captured them in an expose that will shake the foundation of Christianity in Ghana. Expect more in the coming days, weeks, and months on the Frontline show with Kofi. Behind the false holy crown lies darkness. This is Cold Break Season 2 of the Frontline coming soon.
Grown a bed now listen. Gone were the days when women were described weaker vessels, easily swayed by spiritual manipulations from self-styled men of God. Today, all indications point to a rapid change. Women are awakening, questioning, and reclaiming their spiritual power and purpose. Canon say ma and omiye weaker vessel, and I tend to agree. And they say, per me investigation, kwa me here now. Part 1 no Iranum de me hu ye no na eni nyan na tan asofo na say mani bebre wo ma manipulate wo mo asofo bi fi South Africa e by eni ewura bi koda wo tama committee memo committee hotel bi wo ho woni oba ne die straight or before ne beda no no de o say oni oba ne ye program wo online o and asofo ne portray no ho say or South Africa, son or Ghana. She was lying to this young lady. Eventually, or directing Zomra hotel, this our hotel no could run, or the oil be so na pimpim, erasing na pimpim and we hushing, and on a girl and die. On a girl and diama, moja to girl we throughout. It took the parent of this young lady, and I'm doing ra, Volta region, ho baby, Koya Omuniama and Sana. And one woman who was off. Behind what lies behind the holy crown is what Enoch will tell you is darkness. Can you say mano and a mania weaker verses because me brain no omusunsum ne esua omusunsum from but see idea me jitu me say after that expose a man be brain so a very awakening na fi omo tin your ma say any yehwehwe. Take a listen to this young lady who is telling you something that needs to be heard by all women in this country. Listen to this.
What can your money do for us? What do you know the way God is blessing us? The way God is blessing us. Like how? If see any kanya shame, as a meaning say be out or be anti be that. So for bits in here, music can't mean any other day. But do you know something? I disrespect. So most of the times when I see pastors saying that, yeah, me who say I disrespect her, cry. Say yes, can you she and you offering? Yes, can you she and my your contribution? You be one and quarter machines, the baby see one of them. Because one way or the other says he can find paid your name, new grandpa. We are helping the ministry of God.
Bless you.
Of which the ministry of God now attachments in Sikane and Konya me wo konipa ho ni power to say na emom ni owonim die e Bible mu say ya wo lead to Christ, to God. And to say na ya meti asofo bebre na musika 1 cedi e kekabom na se church members ya 100 ya saying 100 cedis e ye nipa nyina na etimi ko kejeti akodum edum kwaton ade nyamfa so 100 cedis day. And those people about the whole day, but be also sebio when you shelter be and ultima in your top and bow. There be a dear for dear. So hey, do you know something? When you see if you don't contribute much in church, you boo. Who contribute was Sikama Yambu to me, but to me no, send Paniya Kakra, a bimu do my jing, a did it to me in a home. Why do they have to set targets to pastors to say branch where was some of us can so for no and no becha?
Great. I love it this way. Me penny say pass and ne. Nano man was a Wednesday. Me bought tape which a who said any ran in yabre. The women, the young ladies. I feel the woman who said no. And so one of muku run, they break off for their bang. Anye Juma. Office wa ketri ohia aware anya aware a opeso otu kwan sans bebre na do mko ko so na sofo na gada mu na lekususu no mugu omso kan tons na sa lekususu no mugu so. Well, let's once again listen to some hard truths about the Christian fellowship, how our so-called men of God continue to twist, lie around. It's time to uncover what's really happened behind the pulpits. Yen radiwe kwanya masofo no fa so dim trode kiramo na da ko hwisem onimsa asem na ne kra so onka mu ni kreda and they continue to lie behind the pulpit, and they are not even ashamed okuta Bible no odim kontompo e de kira sorema ne ni muade adadafo adwadwentifo en America no enche January a obehu wom MPP Congress oba be flag bearer obehu wom na etwan wom on ma be hihye sisi basa on hu fisa nkom rough won be hihye adadafo kontompofo na brabafo tie nsem ni bia one among them opeso ka kire me no mienu tie ni listen
any your policy musa sorry baby yare ya yemfa so sika mwa no yes yemfa so sika ne mwa ye ni mrasa ba ye wo mrasa twene tia yemfa so sika nkoye mi wan so asore bare na to kware shima ye nya sika nto ani ye nipa ye
twene na hwan na bebo
ye nipa ye de
hwan na ebo
ask yourself, ye man of God, you are listening to me, just ask yourself, are you a rare person? Are you a rare human being? Who are doing? Must do this analysis. Madam.
Now, so sorry about what children.
I don't know. Sorry about what children. I'm sorry about idea. And Mama Coinses can you for me one? Yes, okay. Nothing. Quasi and quarter training. Meanwhile, soon.
Wait, I would hope out of question. Wait here. I know the India or no, I am one or no, this guy at the torture. No, no, such an entity. I obey, and why you never buy watching. Nipa.
More good question.
Hey,
bah. As of food, the bonio. Boni pass of food, woman.
Jenena, I teno. Yet the Asoisi cano a yet treneno. but member na ne ho kire no ono ni sika na ye de to twene na ye ye twene ni wi ahwa ne be bo twene no nipa na ya amwa no na ne be sa be bo twene no wow
abusia video na ye share se mwati asofo condemn erade nhira wate erade nkosua mo na kosia gina worenim kosia ka nokre na media minim say nokre sent na reason fi Pentecost because so that it Pentecost na wo ka nokre anka ya pam anka ya boleta ma da na e wo beje enti na erade e ma wankasa wo chro letter ma mo se minim nsum bi erade nkosua ma wadom na won wosra nya kese na kosia nya akukuduro na kansem we evangelist akwese we a wo be ka kire ye se asori sika no ye de tonchene asori sika ye de to paint asori sika ye de to konwa asori sika
osofo bi okuma se mere fi akwa edin ene ye se na sorego ono na obe ye nkyerɛkyerɛ bi se asori sika ye ntimi mfa nhwɛ obia school fees ye ntimi mfa ntua school fees ye ntimi mfa ntua hospital bill ofra akwa yi se ya mere fi ni din di dadamano na ane ya woni to kumase ho rade woni akwa bi nitiri ase nitiri kuhabi sa ase keshiri tuntuntum misa akwasi ewa wono se den akwasi ewa that guy got the nerves, he got the effrontery better vision or say them asori sika ye train to school fees ye train to hospital akwasi ewa the last time me hwa ade bi na aso ne nipa ina atopan wom sa now we have to talk us is UVA. A church member has raised a pressing question: where exactly is his money being used? As he challenges the church authorities, the issue of transparency and accountability comes sharply into focus. Abranti yenti na semne so oye right and on your right. Obisa asori mpeni for say sika bia wetie na ede ne de na omde say iska na yewa I saw them ikuya lekusuho I saw them yenti na sem. Listen.
Asori na ye ba no papa. Sani ema ya bubodi. Enu ni free ho a asori abi tisi anu so far so be na minya. Oka bibi se tight de ye nyankopon tamu de e ho. Anya ye ni onipa ntamu de so ye de e ho. Enti aye onipa yi na me ba asori. Na me bisa se ntimi ba yi apart from me ni nyankopon de no asase so de no. Den na me menya wo asori na me ba no so. Because me can't go say I did see I am a yabesi me yami mammy now what you done. Me cheers cano. Me ba sorry, the next day be ba sorry. Nipa 4 and the baby sa me say basement was sikan and where he found. And so my chia dada. Basement imu ye yenye sika most less ye. Mumaya Canada. Iwe munye we kitchen. Yeah. Na actually I mean so fast one day. Semi ba basement abeya ade even kura matua na nipa 4 aba be bisa be that day say ye nya tight scanner na asori am ba me mentia basement ho ni renter no matua nipa 4 de be bisa me eno nkon da e hye ma bufu mom nti ama me ni ye kura wa asori nkura tekọ because asori me wutu fa so.
All right, this will be such church authorities no BBS Kanafa. I don't know this can I. All right. The only job professional you bisa questions. No, you don't ask questions. It's the man of God preaching wherever we preaching. You bisa na sem. What to turn us some money we are call. What do you mean you misa o man of God? No man of God. Pacha how can they say na how you say no baby. What do you mean yes sir? Obe preachi kase bi obe preachi bi we are no an bam oko we fast mo oye moden gone. One of the crooks ni be ya at the dear pa na oye dear pa what transit o say and I'm say oh this people before masam mo bodo me bibini so dem say me bibini hey masam mo bo na we chiri na mpo no still nipa da so gu ne ase ho adwini we ebe ye adwuma na minim atemuda na ba hwade o ye nipa wa so dem watch him wo de hwe ne di wa wo behu ne di memo ne di listen to this
akindiria katunia bari akindiria tuli kepika tai tuli baswaka bari akandiria kai akuri bakari abrai ai awre mane biya ngurial akimiri kuturi
remove the shoe. Remove the shoe. You shoe no rompa one shoe no rom. Take your passport. Take your passport. Take your passport.
This is Kokuroko. Yami Kokuroko.
Akindiria katunia bari aprika timbiria tuli kepika tai tuli baswaka bari akandiria kai akuri bakari abrai ai awre mane biya ngurial akimiri kuturi
remove the shoe. Remove the shoe. You shoe no rompa one shoe no rom. Take your passport. Take your passport. Take your passport.
This is Kokuroko. Yami Kokuroko.
akindiria katunia bari aprika timbiria tuli kepika tai tuli baswaka bari akandiria kai akuri bakari abrai ai awre mane biya ngurial akimiri kuturi
remove the shoe. Remove the shoe. You shoe no rompa one shoe no rom. Take your passport. Take your passport. Take your passport.
This is Kokuroko. Yami Kokuroko.
What's he saying? And open now wait me but the rest beginning what's he saying? Can we have it one more time, guys? Me and beginning say kasa ben na all can and no say me penipa be 3 mom de sa kasa na munchire median. Nti one more time just na jiffy. Take a listen.
akindiria katunia bari aprika timbiria tuli kepika tai tuli baswaka bari akandiria kai akuri bakari abrai ai awre mane biya ngurial akimiri kuturi
Remove the shoe. Remove the shoe. You shoe no rompa one shoe no rom. Take your passport. Take your passport. Take your passport.
This is Kokuroko. Yami Kokuroko.
akindiria katunia bari aprika timbiria tuli kepika tai tuli baswaka bari akandiria kai akuri bakari abrai ai awre mane biya ngurial akimiri kuturi
Remove the shoe.
Asema okan no so de obetimi a translate here febra ebi na na meka chiro leku susu ono so ne de no say kabri din what is it what's that and one am tro de beto or obi su Canadian no o say then a man he doesn't know now we be just say ila sabatani what is that one thing yeah sa language na efiri himfa say ila sabatani na fa hin na sene ha ye wonder ben yaw sa video no ho why happening what is this as ila sabatani fa hin sene ha indeed he was raising serious questions before munyai dia muyei masebe wadwene enye ti se nipa dwene de betimi aye wa ne se ye be wie wadwene na odo wa konko asum. That's exactly what they did. Listen to this man, what he has said. One can say ye what can sempa o nano na me catch us say bronya na mu ba be die bronya 25th of Bisano say Jesus Christ, ya wone da ben, or say 25th. Say or preacher, walk towards him straight. Say your table no preacher, go to Otable, go and ask him. Afin be mudin, the big ones. Go and ask Otable, Mr. Otable, when was Jesus Christ born? Go and ask him. Tell him, or you are no. Say Daki Wardmans, walk straight to Daki Wardmans on the altar. Ask him. if he's right. Take a listen to him.
Church doesn't make sense. Christianity in itself, it doesn't make sense. Look at me, let me break it down further. How many of you will agree with me that the story of one young man from Israel, not even Nigeria, not South Africa, beyond this, the continent of Africa, Israel. He came to Israel, was born somewhere in Bethlehem, moved around Nazareth, and then one day when he was 33 years, they caught him, beat him up, and then put him on the cross. They put a nail in his hands, blood started coming out. He put a thorn of crown on his head, and he shouted, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. So what? Because of what he has done. Me that is in Africa, he's not my relative. I don't know him. I should believe in him, and I'll be saved. Listen to me. Does this make sense? Come on, somebody talk back to me. Does this make sense? Christianity doesn't make sense. And then when I receive him, after that I will come to church and I'll be speaking in one funny language, speaking in tongues.
Does that make sense to you? No, what's that? There's a and you know what? In the context of Africa, no, the conceptualization of African is a no. And you see, part of what we see this, it's within our traditional settings, though. It's within our cultural setting. We don't question, no. Oh, I had you say, oh, I did say, it's a DNA, it's our culture, it's within the DNA setting. That is what makes Africa more weakened. That makes Africa fundamentally draw back. Europeans are not like that. Make a short break, me back. Meanwhile, Kofi Koranteng on Ghana, Nigeria struggles. Kofi Koranteng has a bite for us tonight. Stick and stay. Of course, the Frontline, the weekend Frontline. I am Kweku Anan. I'll be right back. Bye for now. Great folks, welcome back to Ghana Speaks. And in this edition, we speak to Mr. Kofi Koranteng to explore his analysis, views, and perspectives on the growing concern between Ghana and Nigeria, two nations bound by history, yet facing new challenges that demand dialogue and understanding. My greetings to Enoch in London. Enoch. And then Nestana. Ness. My greetings to you, Papa. Monica Asibi, over East Coast, California. My greetings. Facebook. Where is it? Washington away. Mrs. Owusu, also Ghana, but you are soon to go back to London, I guess so, right? And then Ekuya Asantewa Aqua over Sweden, and you are all watching the show live. My executive friends and my online friends and my director of research, Enoch Kofi Ejiri. I say, I did not my friend champion and a friend blow job. This is serious, oh Jack. Really? Also for power. Just say, yeah, man, blow job. Giddy you, none who was so come the good. Be that yeah, man, heavy. na no ho wo suse no wo shake sa we are no de ko gina saw them the nsa to ni party so our office kitu e bi wo mafre champon and according to this woman obedru ho no na ni pampa bo agu office so na dan mo aye busy ni pe be pie ba no no hu team fifire owe adwumem. Folks, tonight we are going to speak to Mr. Kofi Koranteng. Of course, he's a man of many parts. Kofi Koranteng is a man of many parts, and I'm sure that many of you also know Mr. Koranteng and in your manswa. Mr. Koranteng, so aye ewo omemu hase, right? That of course deserve commended. Now, my memo a brief history for the purpose of those of you who don't know. And of course, it's a private who has been actively engaged in opposing the corruption of the established political parties in Ghana. Yes, Mr. Koranteng is an established businessman and a former CEO of the Progressive Alliance Movement, PAM, where he led the legal battle against the Electoral Commission, EC, to implement the Representation of the People's Amendment Act. ROPA, Mokai ROPA. Yes, yeah, and of course, mandate a system to allow Ghanaians living abroad a mechanism to vote in elections. And he was born on September 1966. Hey, let's say Kofi near free papa at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital in Accra. And of course, why any may be brave. Some back I Rope and seminar no a Kofi Koranteng and a year day or engineer Adewe papa. Kofi attended at the Sada boy and then studied engineering at Southgate College in London, and then to New York to study business and finance at New York University, and then now area in business, worked at UPS to pay for his continued education. A man of many parts. Kofi, good evening. Many thanks indeed for your time.
Good evening. Thank you so much. I am so proud of you. I hear an echo. I don't know if it's on my side or your side.
Yeah, MC, I'm on check my and MC said there's a technical hitch. Now, Kofi hears the echo, so that you bet me a clear echo if you are. Right, can we? Okay, Kofi,
yeah, hello.
Let's try and see, sir. Be okay.
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah,
good.
Echo no. Yeah, so, with the senior. Minim say ye cannot tree and I kind of brofo. I want to stay compliant.
Femexe brofo tree ni na afra. Why?
Good. Inti we de mejina afidie so ewo Ghana fo na nemu. Na ya wehye the family 4 days ago Elwak. Yeah ma obusuafo na yako. We're striving to make Ghana better, and you know we go through ups and downs, and we are totally unnecessary. But aba inti udwene ho a wonte ase
yeah
inti sebusia for say yedi nyame edo keste eta o mechi bibio mbe bia yeta bushafo chi bibia mu bompa ye ma Ghana fu na bompa ye ma wo ene wo mo so a wo mu pray na nso ye bompa ye so benya hoden kwaku no ma ba fie fully recovered na dwumadi bia wo mu di no nso won atumi atoa so nti
fantastic
ye da wasese wa man yakwanya yedi abahane aye ne Ghana fu na kasa na kwaku be fia sekra no so mebo wabaso
good
if you say dwumadi awudi I don't know how you make it a incredibly high tension, incredibly sensitive, incredibly risky, and you go through all of that. You're able to have time for yourself, for your family, and to give us first-class reporting.
I
don't know how you combine all of that to live a balanced life, and we take our hats off to you. We thank you. We want you to know that we're not there with you every step of the way, but we love you. We commend you.
Amen.
And we say a prayer for you every day for the job that you do, because we'll pet now the choir and praying.
Amen.
Yedase Nyankopon koso nhyira.
Amen. Amen.
Na koso na wadwuma pa wo ne wo team amonso mo wachi hu na so yedamu na mo asese mo koso na mo ma Kweku the support that he needs to be incredibly proficient in what he does. Nti yedamu na mo ase. Yedamu na mo ase.
Good on.
Nti Kweku.
Kofi.
Over to you, Jolati.
Great. Now, let me ask you one or two questions. Basically, as I told you earlier, say, your person also be added your voice, your bite to this growing tension between Ghana and Nigeria. Now, I'll first ask you, so what is your overall view of the recent Iboken controversy and what it's revealed about the identity, politics in Ghana? What do you make of that?
Very simple. Very simple. Ghana full leaders na wouldn't no quarry. Now we share Article 277 of the 1992 Constitution.
Yeah.
Now we share Chieftaincy Act of 2008, Article 759.
Exactly.
We share Sanyamana. We say according to subsection 5 and section 57.
Good.
No. Actually, will say Sa Ibokini, whatever he calls himself, Chikudi Hinetu, is the Hinetu no. As I say, nka odem sabria or save time.
Hey.
Now what dismantle Bribiara why ye fit time obedu Ghana biano, because you see Kweku Netini said. So woman Kwang say BB say ingo under the radar. It sends a really bad message. Say maybe somehow other nationals could come to our country,
exactly,
and exploit. Now we're changing now and say, oh, that's not what I intended to say. Send a momo interpretive chief, and yes, and I mentioned interpretive chief. No, okay, say easy no a young krum kasana a chief, and so no. And come on, man.
Yeah.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah.
What I say? Now, as a sanka or them, because what tumra into a idea a debatable say, oh, Kofi would then well, I could give you a couple of interpretations, but the bottom line is he should be in jail. Into the big question is I think Tina on them. Sika onya also the asasina ne accounts ne business activity bibiore ya Ghana no as I say anka to say one hwehwem no Ghana fo anya report. You see, let me tell you,
this is
idea debi use Kweku to you, idea eya young leaders na entiase na wonye Ghana fo ne say aya won say Ghana fo no wo hot to serve them. When him say one mom no what they want to say one must serve Ghana.
Say that again. Wow.
So, as I said, one my report of state of affairs of Sai Igbo, whatever he calls himself, Igbo Nia. Okay. Now what dismantle ni bribiara na an example I was set. The whole world to say you can't come into Ghana and claim say we a bribi over young. Yawo mra wa Ghana. Yawo regional house of chiefs or yawo traditional council wo.
Exactly.
Yawo mra yedi adwuma. It won't mean fat title being told so enkokese wore to asase. What you say? If there were no intentions of say obeye sa nyame bie ya nkore nka. Inti obviously there were intentions. Sikan when ya were here so the koto acreage wo a pram nominiad as we investigate nanka wanka basa bri one my report and yes say ukuje to black one ni kushia keke no ne di nkomo no abek mayen some a version of Nishia Muno what he deduced and no it shouldn't be the end of it or that's what tikrom wara or that's what Ghana or koba de bia how can that be well inti Natine say, Kweku, young penyumfono no wanga from young bebree. If we need to point the finger, obviously we're not going to allow for Igbo to nibibi opeso yebia to carry on. One in nasifu na necessary anka tabri we say anka yasa won ase ya toro won ase. So nanka leaders nso a responsible biano because kwaku netene say mra nya adwuma ena nkrofo bi te say wonya kwan ni tumi no de ye niama wo krom emra nya adwuma wo Ghana bia emra no ahwie egu abum so inti come on this is a moment Ghana for say obi fi Nigeria to me baba establish no ho kansema kesi to me sorry for nipa dinachi o to me kra ye ono ane version of otwa ni odwira wo Ghana o to me twa odwira wo Ghana ana munte ye otwa odwira mama okra nkrofo fi Igbo land fi Nigeria man mu bagana be twa odwira wo Ghana how
Kofi, take this question for me.
To me compare ni ayi won nipa so otumi manipa ye chiefs den na utumi mobi wotumi a utumi mobi ye chief ye watomra completely ana chieftaincy law no ne yankan panifo nkan.
That's a very good one there.
No, Tio, the moment I confer, sir, on Obi said, me metumi aye wo kwaku anan a chief of Igbo, debi.
It's an affront to the fundamental
Master, a grounds for prison, a sentence secret sonia. But to say na Ghana fumpenyufu ye won't be biano. The guy is still walking around and he pounds his chest. He has the nerve to go to Asante Neho Okochian. Wouldn't he hear Asante Neho se Okochian?
Kofi, take this question for me. And I say, what role should the Ghanaian state play in mediating such a cultural sensitive dispute? What should be the turnaround from your perspective?
Well, you see, this is an exception.
Okay.
The BIA exception, Biano, it calls for an immediate and abrupt response from leadership. The turnaround should be almost immediate, but Netene say we don't even hear about the disposition of our case. It's almost as if they've pacified us to accept to say the guy is not a threat. Allow him to be because he's just a foreigner in our land doing his thing, and it's okay. And it's not. It's not. From what I gathered from Okudzeto Blackwell's meeting with him, say he's not, the guy's not a threat, and he's taken everything back into everything is okay, and that shouldn't be. That's totally not acceptable. Totally not acceptable.
Do you think Ghana should, ever consider leaving ECOWAS in light of recent regional instability? Do you foresee, as somebody who is yearning to take the leadership of this country, Kofi?
Well, first of all, politics better than a lot of these politicians are one assignments for Ghana. And I know based on what cover on issues, how in depth you get. I know we know you are a body, you're an encyclopedia, walking encyclopedia of knowledge with politics. But Kweku, the truth of the matter is, ask yourself this simple question: what benefit does ECOWAS give Ghana?
I was about turning the same question to you, Kofi. Can you imagine? That's seriously, that's a great point there.
If anything, ECOWAS has become a liability to Ghana, and the reason is because Kweku, let me tell you this.
You don't say liability.
What is the and let me explain to you why I say it's a liability. Wow. There is a concept called, now I framed it myself, so you might not see it in any encyclopedia, but I call it the economic osmosis. Exactly. Economic osmosis. Now, economic osmosis comes about when you take a look at the average age of a Nigerian. The average age of a Nigerian is 18 years old.
Good.
Do you know the average age of a Ghanaian?
No.
The average age of a Ghanaian is 21 years old.
Regrettable.
Okay?
Good.
So the average age of a Ghanaian is 21 years old. Now, if the average age of a Ghanaian is 21 years old, then it means with 215 Nigerians, that's Nigeria is over six times bigger than Ghana.
Exactly.
There are people who are moving from Nigeria into Ghana, and the danger is because they are younger, they are more economically stabilized, they have more competencies than the average Ghanaian because of their age. When they come into Ghana, they displace the average Ghanaian.
Yeah.
They are more young, they're younger and they're more aggressive. And all the neighboring countries seem to be seeing the same effect, people sipping into Ghana. Now, Nigeria is a bigger issue because they are over 6 times larger than us. So with time, they are displacing young indigenous markets. Now, the Nigerians are displacing it, not because they are wicked people,
sure,
but because they are younger and they are 6 times more than us.
That's correct.
That's just mathematical.
That's correct.
Inti politicians are one policy. It receives Ghana for inti what you see uko baby to say Ajiri Ghana nom. If say krano uko baby to say kolebu krempo.
Yeah.
Dano me nam kolebu baby me refe local market e wo kolebu. Could you believe say wonga mi jina wonga mi bisa won no Nigerians? I couldn't believe it. Me who make us in Ghana, make us in Kramfo. Then na in Kramfo Nigerians. Local Nigerians say wo kolebu baby me nam no eye just say eye deep kole na.
Yeah.
Iti baby a Ghana say Nigerians perforate. So it will destabilize Ghana economy no gradually. Would do circular. One what on phones, what on Niama would na Nigerians who Rolling Spark Nigerians ton Niama wo.
Yeah.
So it American say because now the threats no cry bigger. At least who China near unso ya koko. It will say no we oya koko ntimi hwe ni ye because one who betumi I be how the Nigerians know what is that young into most of the time no young classify one say what a threat into and so no gradually no worry displacing the indigenous Ghanaian at every and at now say they don't displace the indigenous Ghanaians at the high level. We're displacing indigenous Ghanaian no at the low level. Exactly. For the most part.
Exactly.
So, also now, the most unstable group of people are who here helps in Ubia. It throws the economy into a tailspin, unfortunately. If you don't bring in policy, ECOWAS here responsible for say, Obi Betria Baukru ECOWAS member. It's supposed to be, I think it's 6 months, which, yeah, if I were president, I would not be 6 months. If I were president, I would be 30 days, and you would have to leave your passport at the point of entry. On the way back, you collect, and you leave a deposit as a security to hold. Wow. So, one, in 30 days, I said, deposit now will be down in the Edinburgh show, and your government, Sika. So, yeah. The government is not setting up both NDC and MPP and thinking about existential threats from your neighbors because of ECOWAS. That's why I'm not in favor of ECOWAS. I'll be very honest with you.
Oh, really?
Oh, I'm not.
But then maybe some questions. So you think that then the ECOWAS has treated them outmoded, right? For today's political security
Absolutely.
politics.
Listen.
Is that what you see?
ECOWAS will never work when there are major differences in economies in the West African region.
Yeah.
And let me explain to you why. Say, baby to say, and the same thing with baby to say Mexico.
Great.
And baby to say America. Who say migration here one way from Mexico to America. You don't get people migrating from America to Mexico unless, of course, they're going on vacation, and that's just a couple of weeks and they're back. You see?
Yeah.
If the economies are not experiencing the same favorable entitlements to the citizens, then it means one will suffer. Now, Nigeria, Ghana is seen as a stable economy because somehow young power you're more stable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Ghana you're more secure. And Ghana economically young outlook you're better than Nigeria. Exactly. At least that's the interpretation. And in the arena of human dynamics, interpretations run high. I mean, the fact that the Nigerians have this interpretation about Ghana, it's caused a lot of them to outflow from Nigeria into Ghana. And that's not making our situation better, it's making it worse, because most of them who come are not adding anything to young grid, young GDP. They're taking from it. Budget here will read and say it did not mention Nigerians say will represent this amount of a year in our economy. Preparations to say has been put in place for them. No, but they're eating from the same pot that we are eating from. So they've made a lot of situations. And you may people say, see, restaurants. Restaurants are making pay. No, we're calling Nigerians for the age. They are displacing Ghana for. I want to be brave. And I want to pay our balance. So we create kakra whatever.
Exactly. I'm back.
Then I Ghana for work abroad. You create jetray. You decor. You near man. Into one wolf in Nigeria, Ghana. Won't jetray now whatever. What be displacing Ghana for no one what the higher stock kakra.
Can you imagine?
Into Ghana for now won't mean won't compete. No, they displace them, and it's the same thing that's happening in the our friend and gold board with Sami Jemfi. The same concept, because small scale, the people who are controlling the small scale, the Indians, the Chinese.
Yeah.
One will seek out the machines like I said, what they employ Ghana phone. Ghana phone, we just scrape the patterns of the spectrum. So, near many people on my one shiny what displays what displays Ghana for now. The question is, what is leadership doing to be able to position the Ghanaian? And something like that Igbo Kini should not be tolerated at all. As I said, what you need for what need to release dinner, what ne konikrom. So now let's send a strong message to the Nigerians, because Nigerians near my way you Ghana. In fact, Major Woodnima
very, very disturbing.
Canada.
Yeah.
Papa.
Disturbing, Kofi.
And what the bonus so I would the bonus say we're Ghanaians. What need to say we're Nigerians.
Kofi, a big call for Ghana to exit ECOWAS as soon as possible, and the preparation, the build-up is starting from London, US. These eminent Ghanaians ready to storm, from various professional backgrounds, pushing for this. Do you support this very cause? Yes, Ghana should work it out quickly to exit. Looking at the Sahel region, some nations within the Sahel region, Burkina Faso, Mali, and the rest. Do you think Ghana from this sub-region, any Omaya, you call us the gateway to Africa, the beacon of democracy and so forth, and then see us exit ECOWAS? Do you support this call, Kofi?
I totally believe that ECOWAS, as much as the African Union is concerned, it's a mechanism for control by the West.
I see. Oh, I see.
So I say, we will kuno na set an agenda, guidelines. Na muna mudiso.
Exactly.
It is a lot easier for African nations, if you segmentate the African nations now and you put them in clusters. It's a lot easier for the West to control them through a mechanism. Mechanism nene ECOWAS.
Exactly. I tend to agree with you. Yep. Okay.
So, inti mede yebe fima yemfimentem, but bibiano ye about say kasa keke preparation.
Sure.
Preparation. As I say, you prepare because as I say, at every front, de biya woka. As I say, you're self-sufficient. Edian cry, you're food sufficiency.
No.
So, inti wouldn't near bro. Now, say worry young cook kitten ketia. Ayo how kakra. Thought ya say, wouldn't near bro. 2 weeks ago, me koton koko wa Dansuma market. 150 cedis each. 150 cedis no. Miss Aden and Kuko Ebuya then say, we say a bro ni honem so na Kuko kitten say masa. Ja na sade. I'm saying also when they can with TV so radio so keke emfa. It is a would say you see in America say Kweku say government a start Eastern region why 5,000 acres of a bro or the machines I can say mega machines see or the SCC plantations see now what you are growing now what do you feed now what different 300 million birds now you the big call the African nations no money are there and no it means more than gold board, more than cocoa, more than oil. Ni na answer you renewable because
exactly.
I think the yen to me no na yen the gold na ni pesi to because the leaders na what ye anyhow for ye tiwi for ti na make no kwaku.
Kofi repeat this when where then we anyhow for
what ye anyhow for ye tiwi for what is the tiwi Obi a wabong leaders no NDC ni MPP fu na ye tiwifo
one need four sides sort of right
debi na den na wo four sides na utumi baban mu na wo galamse na say oh galamse no wujaya ye nya adwuma na ukuje to black abeda young nefa 100,000 of young creme de la creme youth that one call our friend grown our friend third world country there was the Kazakhstan was just say say if you are airlifting the creme de la creme of our youth out of Ghana who do you expect to build the country?
Because there's a human capacity. We need to build them here, right?
Exactly. If you say Kazakhstan is here or there Ghana for a corner. The reason in here one wire short of youth, exactly. Because one youth, if you go America and Europe for better greener pastures.
Sure.
So now what the young require. The bomb man is not going to come back anytime soon for young development. So who develops the country? So it's just that you have thinkless leaders. I will lead the on the MPP and on the NDC side. The budget. What's the Accra Kumasi Road now for 20 years? Yeah. Ye bejawa no ato na ye diako source sika foforo a ye ba be expressway. How is that thinkable? Say kwanga for 20 years won't me nye no wo be sika kakra na wo be no na be at least two lane now be signs no many ade and as listen abrochiri ya tena abrochiri wo fi boyfriend Wufi Dubai Naroko Abu Dhabi, part of the highway near two lane. Wufi New York Naroko South Carolina and Florida 95 no ubedu baby na ye 2 lane.
I be 2 lane.
Iti say Accra Kumasi say ye 2 lane na a good quality road there was signs enya de edin nti ye wo 1 lane na mo di sika kakra ye no 2 lane at least for now krampo a enye ade a ehaw at least mutumi mo ye ambitious for mo de monya 3 lane
yeah,
but to think say more abandon sa project na 20 years ni muntumi nyeye na mo re kwa akoye foforo akowe sika foforo over some ridiculous amount of money. That must be the big. You think about it and you say, iti, Uncle Kweku, yeni asofo anyway asofo mpanyufuni peace and our kano. When I are full themselves, inti when you are. Yeni ahim from mpanyufu bia wa Ghana wo betumi akanyansa se much leadership
chiefs.
It's so sad, like. Opinion be any gun over to me. It just doesn't make sense to abandon a 20-year project that you have been at on and on, government after government. You have been able to do 10 miles of this road, 199 kilometers. More abandon and no and you think Ghanaians should accept and allow? Come on, who does this?
Very regrettable.
Hey, woman.
Papa.
Meanwhile,
agree.
Your crowd blown a bunch of Egypt. Kweku, for Egypt, Nakohe. Wow. Egypt, in the last 5 years, go and look at what Egypt has done.
Just here.
Me say Egypt, make us say Dubai, and now make us say Singapore, and now make us say China. You're too far off. Egypt, young Africa, I see so. Konakohe, 1 year in 5 years. Kweku, me say go and take a look at Egypt. What they call Friday night. By Monday, no be your program. Go and just take a look at one ministries. Just you will be blown away.
Wow.
Blown away.
That's just
in less than 5 years, what they've been able to do. Egypt. So, Ghana, we dabble. And for over 32 years of the Fourth Republic, man, it's a disgrace. These guys can't call themselves leaders. Niawaya understand what parliament no argue process. Afenyo makin they be out the parliament or can brofo say ono crown nim. Now it just say they're the most ridiculous people out. They should all be put behind jail. I mean, as I said, one lock one up. One nim fasubia. I mean, American.
Very regrettable, Kofi Koranteng. Hi.
Because listen, if you want to argue the facts, listen, these parliamentarians have been beneficial to Ghana. Tell me what they have done. You tell me. Prove me wrong by telling me, say, this is one project they've been able to do. Tell me, what is it? You don't have one because there isn't one. They're failures. The whole Fourth Republic has been a big, ridiculous scam. And nobody can argue against that. So now Debbie Riba, Kweku, eba be Ghana because Uncle Fui, Obi Riba wabodam oba be je to me, no je to me now. He's not gonna have mercy on these guys. He's not. Because they have lied to their teeth, through their teeth. So, it's so ridiculous. Why the atro, the Kweku on wo Kaisa wo investigative reporting and we PFM. The MPP alone, they've gone through over $77.5 billion of cash. What have they done with it?
We don't know.
Mahama took us from 9 billion from Mahama and Atta Mills, 9 billion to 122 billion.
Yeah.
Statistical increase of 1,255%.
And we have nothing to show.
Tell me, Sir Kofi, they did this. Circle Dubai, me call her last week. Konakohe, it's a haven for homelessness.
like the New Jerusalem.
Odona no kohwe nkrofo kotiefie gum etoto paada gum meche se fibia no eho na ye wo friending converge. Odona, how can you possibly have fixed circle Dubai and not touched Odona? Whereja Odona ne daho? I mean, what is this? 260 million. Brabrochi Rabahen wodi 260 million a year. Kokata. Go and look at what they've done with $200 million. Kokata, heya, Doha, Nakohe. 9 hours flight to Doha. Go and look at what they've done with $200 million. Now Bragana behe what they've done with 260 million. Listen, this whole ridiculous Fourth Republic, Senator, it's been a big scam. Don't call me Republic, and yet even qualify for Banana Republic. Kunke Republic, right? And you're qualified.
But then, Kofi, then from all of these narratives, gradually threatens the foundation of the Fourth Republic. And your guess is as good as mine that if care is not taken, we'll strike this republic down and it will face off. Kofi, knowing you as one of the serious political advocates, what must be done in the rescue mission?
Listen, to tell you the truth, let me be very honest with you. The MPP and NDC have criminalized possibility of a takeover. It's almost impossible for any other entity to gain power except for the MPP and NDC. American acquired nature Ghana because one mechanized the Electoral Commission in such a way say Ubia Woba. It doesn't look say you're going to see eye to eye with the MPP and DC. The Electoral Commissioner is going to shoot you down. That's how they've done it. All the other political parties were on the ballot except for maybe one other person except for myself. No, they all work for the MPP and DC. All of them, except for myself and one other person. They work for MPP and DC. So
this is regrettable.
True democracy, we can forget about it unless, of course, the youth rises. To send our mangamang and say enough is enough. We're not taking it anymore because they are nipa bekoswe wo Ghana to say nkoko. Nen 60,000 recruits. Worry pray for an opportunity to get a job. I don't even think it would pay them 5,000 cedis a month.
Services to God and country. Okay. So,
I think Namu positions for 4,000 people. Namu put out Motong forms over 60,000. It should be criminal. CDS should be fired. As a sanka CDS, Lieutenant General Japon, as a sanka was resigned by now, and I said Mahama fire no. Because there is absolutely no way as to say our the Ghana military, Ghana army to me Eton forms 60,000 at 200 cities each. As I saw BR form were fund the man. No, I apologize to Ghana for because a service for the people, no, you shouldn't have to pay for a fee. Who's that? Yeah, by a kasakeke AI. Now, digital. How can a system you cry say we AI inclined? Now, more Francophone Abba, Kwaku Abrochi, then why? All percent will fill out form. Now we are considered for a positioner. You go online, you fill out, you submit your form, and you pay less. It shouldn't cost 1 penny.
Kofi.
What the corner will screen? Why you preliminary screening? No who say who qualify for the positioner. Then one go through first screening. Maybe I will call second screening. No, maybe I will call third screening. At third screening, no. Maybe I will what over say bright inside for 1-to-1. Now maybe I want 4,000 nipano. But you don't allow 60,000 people to put in 2,200 cedis each. Sikano den amre kwa koye. Esa ware fund obia sika ma no. So, a criminal says CDS is say no nim say Ghana Army region for 200 cedis. Immigration yes Ghana Police, Ghana Fire Service. One criminalized systems what they you recruiting nina. As I say one panyufuni na where you won di. Sa system no wo kra no wo buy na wo be inherited cry. As so who say public service be any who away and sa we be asim baby public service. How? So, listen, we have a serious leadership meltdown. Period.
A leadership deficit, kind of.
So, among the asayo, and yes, I say. Now, let me tell you, Nentia, they haven't lost control because Abrofune Sikafu West would dig Ghana for home. Inti warren ma system nin collapse so long as say would dig Ghana home. When you be say Sami Jenfi or 2 gold ma want to say your friend Bessie or 2 gold ma want to say Bessie. Warren Magan and collapse so long as say what to me gold Sami Jenfi 2 gold ma want say I want legalize galam say Mr. Mahama Adaroma what legalize galam say dig baby dig and bring the gold home. No matter if it kills us or we stay alive for another day or two, just dig. What's going to happen? Abrafun worry nya ho. Inti so long as they nya ho no loan kra na refa IMF de memaye.
Yeah.
Na.
Yeah.
Well, wonim nyanso.
Papa, very crafty people.
Wonya gold free, wonya oil free, wonya cocoa free, wonya cassava banchi free, wonya nyama na free because leaders no work for them. Other necessary was say among them. They are milking us. They will continue to milk us till there is no more milk. But so long as there is milk, boy, get ready, strap on, because they will be milking us. It's as simple as that. Ghana is not going anywhere anytime soon, so long as there's gold. Listen, the only idea to protect Ghana and say, our resources. They be answering for you, so one kwasia. What the abetu gwa say? Yasa ko hu mineral fufuro, yakko hu mineral fufuro.
Exactly. See, I say Kofi, I see a discover. What's that? Is it what's the lithium?
Lithium the crowd is by ache.
And mind you, mean who be that? But then again, it begs the question: what are we going to do with this mineral, Kofi?
And let me see. Na ya on the crowd say, when you say lithium finding, no, it came from Ghana Geological Services from in the 50s. Research away, you know, a whole number of be stumble upon that research and who say Ghana cry over lithium. Wouldn't say. And they came and they lied to Ghana government to say, Ghana government, my Nsika, now yet one of the first investors that we invest in yen lithium finding. Yen protect who investment in Ghana government is so true check millions of dollars. Millions of dollars now Ghana de ma won no de pay one exploratory findings are what lithium. Can you believe it? It just doesn't make any kind of sense. Who say who obibini adwene say cresin negu yan adwene mu say inkuton wo de yan adwene no say dan me ntumi hu
Kofi, yeah, wrap up now. Many more times to discuss. This time we are going to look at other policy aspects of this nation and other persons like yourself. And I made to me know why I said it on this very bold aspect of speaking your mind and, as it were, said it to prepare. And the Mamo last words now for wrap up now. Another time we have to, have some discussions on other issues.
My last words, I say, me can't check Ghana for say, listen, we should continue to support you because you're doing a fabulous job. We admire you, we commend you, and we all say a prayer for you for good health and for your family, for yourself, for you to continue to bring us this quality investigative journalism that you do. Thank you so much for your service and commitment to your country. We all learning from you, and we're taking a page from what you do. God bless your heart, man, and your whole leadership team. Thank you so much.
Good one. Quick one before you go. Somebody is asking me, say, are you contesting 2028? Obi Sam is our question.
Yes, Sikasam, maybe I miss Kakakram, by one disikeni na. Inti Kwaku say himself the what is castle. What they are permanent appems. Kwaku, what credibility crano? As Anka Okonansi and Kiedi with you. Well, because Anka Okoya and Kankrofu P me sure say your best support to the
Asam no Kofi.
Now say Monkrofu teaching 100 million nominee adi, and yet it's no country for people like us, man. It's no country for people like us. Inti say onyankopon ya adom na opanyin bi kase okay Kofi sa obekodia me supporto na wakase, you know what, let's commit this amount of money towards a year. We will more than happy sena yeba Ghana si yebe sumuno yebe koso asumara what ya se but jumedi ni nye jumedi a wuntumi mfe. You can't go in just with a good heart. You need some serious block.
Good one.
Inti aseme da woning inti ana also uskan was shrubia my
Mate pa we need 50 discussions more. It's a great and a great time talking to you. So
stay
grateful.
well. God bless your heart. Have a beautiful weekend, man.
Bless you too. Good one.
Bye-bye.
Many Kofi Koranteng and Yedin Komo, given his perspectives on this very issue between Ghana and Nigeria. Kofi has put in the whole thing now, or they are tossed bam. Now, me put the name so hono be free about say the Igbo king way Ghana penny for as so papa isi. According to Kofi Koranteng, papa should have by now be behind bars. Now, so this is the time where Ghana penny for say. Your best son so your best one Monday never be video be actual. Now watch a Ghana penny say a dear pan warrior that was Abia no what no. It will be see what it. I can say be fine. This has been the weekend Frontline, folks. Brought to you by Biogas Expert Engineers. Yes, sorry, so your co-weekend, you know. Shadi being so great guys in a bomb chidom. Echo Bismarck, I was through with maybe Papa online editor Kens. And of course, the two indefatigable, credible, and then executive producer, Yamba did the magic. Two editors at large, Kofi Ansa and the man himself, Eno Kofi Ejiri, great guy, Bomi Chidome BBA bro. Show we, they repeated no at the YouTube no so, and they a link in a kakra. We went for my CTVGH link into Okwa, into the Makacha Soccer, Bebrina, Bisakweku, Yewusho no, and my CTVGH link. Subscribe emubiano eba ubinya notification na we diichi na wanka so we YouTube my CTVGH, go there, subscribe to the link na betimi ahwe show because bebre na mo pe show na ma hwe ne back, especially abrochire for no. This has been the Frontline. Monday, something big is coming on Ghana on the edge of ECOWAS. DNABC on Monday, very brutal. Call a friend, call a brother. Bibia Beckman. Show no so at that YouTube no. Fema Uniana, Bonian and Kai, na chance. When show a quick one a year over the weekend. Na Nina na Yenfa and Toto Nakwemwate. Stay out of trouble and let's pray for ourselves and the nation Ghana. My name still remain Kweku Anan, the investigative journalist. I'll definitely come your way same time 8:05 p.m. on Monday on the nation's biggest investigative magazine show, The Frontline. Bye for now.